If you're a man who's tired of always feeling like you have to chase others, tired of being the one who texts first, who puts in more effort, who seems to care more, then maybe it's time to rethink your approach. Have you ever wondered why certain men seem to naturally command respect and genuine interest without constantly pursuing it? Why do some people seem to attract others without effort, while others are left feeling like they're always reaching, always trying, and never quite receiving the attention they want? The truth is, the answer doesn't lie in superficial tricks or in constantly trying to win someone over. It's about something far deeper. It's rooted in the way these men carry themselves, in the way they build their lives, and in the sense of inner confidence and purpose they project. This is where Stoic philosophy becomes incredibly relevant. Stoicism isn't just an ancient way of thinking, it's a mindset and a set of principles that can help you become a man who is solid, calm, and genuinely attractive. Not by manipulating others, but by creating a life of genuine purpose and strength that draws people in. The Stoics taught that true strength and happiness come from within, from understanding your own values, mastering your emotions, and choosing to live according to what matters most to you, not by bending to the whims or expectations of others. Today, we're going to explore how you can embody these qualities and become the kind of man that people, including women, are drawn to. You'll learn how to carry yourself with confidence, not by playing games, but by building a foundation of self-respect, clarity, and control. These are qualities that naturally attract respect from others. Let's be clear, this isn't about impressing people or proving yourself. It's about becoming the best version of yourself, a man whose confidence comes from knowing his own worth, not from waiting for anyone else's approval. This approach isn't just useful for relationships or dating. It will transform how you view yourself, how others see you, and how you navigate all areas of your life. When you start living with self-respect and purpose, you'll notice that people begin to seek your company, value your opinions, and respect your time, because they can sense that you're a man with his own direction and vision. So, if you're ready to stop feeling like you're always chasing and start living a life where respect and attraction come naturally, join me on this journey. Let's look at how Stoic principles can guide you toward becoming a confident, composed, and purposeful man. By the end of this video, you'll understand why self-mastery is the most powerful tool for drawing people in, and how living a life rooted in your own values is the surest path to lasting confidence and connection. Step 1. Master your emotions. The first step on this journey, and one of the most vital lessons from Stoic philosophy, is mastering your emotions. This principle is often misunderstood. Some think it means suppressing emotions entirely, that showing feelings is a sign of weakness. But for the Stoics, it was about cultivating a mindful response to emotions, rather than being swept away by them. A true Stoic doesn't ignore his emotions. He learns to control how they affect his actions, knowing that his reaction is often the only thing truly within his control. Picture this. You're involved with someone you care about, and suddenly, they don't respond to your messages. Or perhaps they start behaving in ways that make you doubt where things stand. It's natural in these moments to feel a surge of anxiety, even a sense of urgency. But what separates a man who's controlled by his emotions from one who masters them is what happens next. Rather than instantly reacting or overanalyzing, the Stoic approach is to pause, observe the feelings that arise, and then decide if, how, and when to respond. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." These words serve as a powerful reminder that no matter the external situation, we can choose our inner response. Let's consider the typical reaction in the situation. Many might feel compelled to send another message, seek reassurance, or act in ways that don't reflect their true self, simply out of fear or impatience. But Stoicism teaches us that when we give in to these reactions, we're handing over our peace of mind and personal power. Instead, a Stoic would tell himself, I don't control how this person responds, but I do control my reaction. I can choose to remain calm and rational. By stepping back and taking control of your emotional response, you're not only showing resilience, but you're also demonstrating self-respect and independence, qualities that others will respect and often admire. Think about how this impacts those around you. People, including potential partners, naturally feel safer and more at ease around someone who doesn't get swept up in every emotional shift. A man who can maintain his calm and clarity, even when things don't go his way, creates a sense of stability that's deeply attractive. It signals that he's someone who can handle himself and isn't dependent on the approval or reactions of others for his sense of self-worth. This emotional mastery creates a foundation of trust because it shows others they're dealing with someone grounded, reliable, and steady. Practical tip: the next time you feel an emotional surge, whether it's anger, anxiety, or excitement, practice taking a step back. Ask yourself, will this matter a month from now? A year from now? Most often, the answer will be no. This small question can help you put things into perspective and respond thoughtfully rather than impulsively. And here's an added Stoic exercise. When you encounter any setback, remind yourself that this is an opportunity to practice patience and strength. Even in the moment, tell yourself, this is training. With time, these moments of restraint will become second nature, and you'll find that others naturally respect the strength and calm you radiate. This ability to choose your response, instead of letting emotions control you, doesn't just serve you in relationships, it influences every part of your life. A man who remains calm in the face of life's highs and lows demonstrates control over his world. And that, perhaps more than anything, makes him someone others feel drawn to, someone they instinctively trust and respect. Step 2. Hold true to your values. The second principle of Stoicism, and a critical step in becoming a man of true respect and confidence, is learning to hold steadfastly to your own values. In life, there's an ongoing temptation to compromise who we are to make others happy or to fit in. Yet, Stoicism teaches us that if we continually change ourselves for the approval of others, we risk losing the very foundation of who we are. Holding firm to your values, no matter the situation, is what sets you apart and builds unshakable respect. Imagine this scenario. You're in a relationship, and you start to notice subtle signs that your partner wants you to change certain parts of your lifestyle. Maybe it's skipping the gym to spend more time together or abandoning your personal projects to be available whenever they want. Now, the easy route here would be to comply, to believe that by compromising, you're making the relationship stronger. But in reality, each time you set aside something you value, you're not only weakening your sense of purpose, you're also, often unintentionally, eroding the respect that others have for you. The Stoics believed deeply in the idea of personal integrity. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, would often remind himself to live according to his principles regardless of outside pressure. He knew that bending one's values to please others could create temporary harmony, but at the cost of long-term respect. Similarly, when you stay true to your values, you're showing others and yourself that you are a man with a strong foundation, a man who knows what he stands for and won't abandon it for fleeting approval. Practical example, let's say one of your core values is health and fitness. You've committed to a disciplined workout routine and a lifestyle that supports it. But as time goes on, you find yourself in situations where you're tempted to let it slide. Maybe your partner wants you to skip the gym more often, or friends are always encouraging you to indulge when you're out. In these moments, holding true to your values means politely but firmly standing by your commitment to yourself. It's not about being rigid or stubborn, it's about knowing what's non-negotiable for you and respecting that. Holding onto your values doesn't mean you won't ever compromise. Compromise is natural and necessary in relationships. But when it comes to your core values, those principles that define who you are and guide your actions, compromising them only weakens your character. When others see that you have values you won't sacrifice, they gain a newfound respect for you. They realize you're someone who's dependable, who knows what he stands for, and who doesn't bend with every shift in the wind. This strength of character is what attracts genuine respect and admiration. Practical tip: take a moment to reflect on your top 5 values. These might be areas like career, health, personal growth, family, or integrity. Write them down and make a personal commitment to stand by them, even in challenging situations. When you're clear on what truly matters to you, your actions align with those priorities, and your relationships become stronger as a result. You'll find that people respect you more when they see you have a clear direction and are committed to living by it, rather than simply going along with whatever others expect of you. Here's the ultimate truth. People, including romantic partners, are naturally more attracted to those who stand firm in their convictions. They may not always agree with you, but they will respect your integrity and consistency. By staying true to yourself, you create a strong foundation in your life that doesn't crumble under pressure. This is the essence of becoming a man who is respected, admired, and ultimately, truly attractive, not because you're trying to be someone else, but because you're confidently being yourself. Step 3. Stop seeking validation from others. One of the most powerful shifts you can make is to stop seeking validation from others and start finding it within yourself. In today's world, it's easy to get caught up in seeking approval, whether through social media, in relationships, or even in the workplace. We often look to others for signs that we're good enough, successful enough, or simply that we're appreciated. But from a Stoic perspective, constantly seeking validation from others makes you vulnerable and, ultimately, less fulfilled. True self-worth comes from knowing your own value, not from waiting for someone else to confirm it. Think of a situation where you found yourself waiting for someone to validate you. Perhaps it's waiting on a response from someone you're interested in, checking if they liked your post or texted you back. These moments can create unnecessary anxiety, placing your happiness and sense of worth in someone else's hands. In doing so, you're essentially giving away your power, allowing the actions and opinions of others to define your self-esteem. This constant craving for validation not only drains your mental energy, but can also lead others to see you as dependent or even insecure. Stoicism offers an alternative, the belief that your worth isn't dependent on external opinions, but on how well you live by your own principles and values. Epictetus once said, "If you are ever tempted to look for outside approval, realize that you have compromised your integrity." In other words, constantly seeking approval from others pulls you away from the self-respect that is rooted in living true to your own standards. Practical example, let's say you're working on a personal goal, such as learning a new skill or pursuing a career ambition. Instead of constantly asking for feedback or waiting for others to notice your efforts, practice focusing on the intrinsic satisfaction of what you're accomplishing. Remind yourself that your journey and growth matter, even if no one else recognizes it at the moment. The next time you feel yourself checking for signs of approval, pause and ask yourself, am I doing this because I believe in it, or am I looking for someone else's praise? By redirecting your focus to internal validation, you reclaim control over your confidence. Practical tip: develop a habit of self-validation. Every day, take a few minutes to reflect on what you did well and acknowledge your progress, no matter how small. This could be a project you completed, an exercise goal you hit, or even simply staying calm in a challenging situation. Write these reflections down if it helps. By actively affirming your worth from within, you begin to shift away from dependence on others' opinions. Over time, this practice strengthens your inner confidence, so you become someone who doesn't need constant approval because you already know your value. Here's the paradox: the less you seek validation, the more attractive and respected you become. People are naturally drawn to those who are secure and grounded in themselves, who aren't constantly looking for affirmation. It signals self-assurance, independence, and inner strength, qualities that make you stand out and invite others to respect you. When you stop needing others to make you feel worthy, you become someone who others value without even trying. In relationships, this approach is even more powerful. People want to be around those who know their own worth, who bring a sense of stability and calm into their lives. When you're secure in yourself, you take the pressure off others to validate you, which frees them to enjoy you for who you genuinely are. Rather than being the person who constantly seeks approval, you become the man who confidently offers his presence and his values. This quiet confidence, more than any amount of praise or external approval, is what will earn you lasting respect and admiration from others. So remember, true validation doesn't come from likes, messages, or compliments. It comes from living in alignment with who you are and what you value. When you stop chasing external validation and start owning your worth, you'll find that the respect you've been seeking all along has been within your control, and this shift in perspective can be life-changing. Step 4. Trust in your abilities. One of the most powerful shifts a man can make is to truly trust in his abilities. Self-doubt can be one of the most limiting forces in life. Many people walk through life feeling uncertain about their skills, accomplishments, or even their worth. They constantly second-guess themselves, looking outward for reassurance, approval, or permission to believe in their own potential. But if you want to live a life of confidence and strength, it's essential to build a rock-solid trust in yourself. This trust doesn't come from arrogance. It comes from a grounded, realistic understanding of your value. The Stoics believed that each individual possesses unique talents and strengths, and that we should cultivate these to their fullest potential. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic philosophers, advised, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." In other words, when you fill your mind with thoughts of doubt or inadequacy, you diminish your own potential. But when you start to believe in your abilities and recognize your strengths, you unlock a power that fuels both confidence and purpose. Imagine this scenario. You're considering taking on a new role at work or pursuing a challenging project, but as soon as the opportunity arises, doubt sets in. You start thinking, am I good enough? What if I fail? What will others think if I can't deliver? This mindset quickly becomes a trap, stopping you from even attempting to move forward. But a Stoic approach teaches us that instead of focusing on the what-ifs, we should focus on our capabilities and how we can realistically rise to the challenge. By embracing this perspective, you're not denying your doubts. You're choosing to put more trust in your potential than in your fears. Practical example. Think of a skill or area of your life that you're working on. Instead of waiting for others to acknowledge your progress, practice self-recognition. Each time you accomplish something, take a moment to acknowledge it, even if it feels small. This could be anything from reaching a fitness goal, achieving a personal milestone, or learning a new skill. Trusting in your abilities is about seeing your own value without needing it to be validated by anyone else. Over time, this habit reinforces the belief that you're fully capable and that your growth doesn't depend on anyone's approval but your own. Practical tip: to build trust in your abilities, start setting small, achievable goals for yourself and recognize every step you take towards them. Create a habit of reviewing your accomplishments weekly, even if they seem minor. This could be as simple as maintaining consistency in something you've committed to, learning something new, or simply making progress in a personal project. By consistently affirming your progress, you'll strengthen your confidence and start viewing challenges as opportunities to demonstrate your abilities. Here's a crucial insight. When you genuinely trust in your abilities, you become less concerned with proving yourself to others. This doesn't mean that you won't face failures or setbacks. Those are inevitable. But even when things don't go as planned, your belief in yourself will give you the resilience to keep moving forward. Others will naturally sense this self-assurance. They'll see that you don't need anyone else to validate your worth because you already know it, and this quiet confidence is incredibly compelling. In relationships and social settings, this inner trust makes a world of difference. People are naturally drawn to those who don't need constant reassurance. When you know your worth and trust in your abilities, you become the kind of person others rely on, respect, and even look up to. This doesn't require loud declarations of success or constant reminders of what you've achieved. Instead, it's the steady confidence in how you approach life, decisions, and challenges. People can feel the difference in someone who truly believes in themselves. They're grounded, reliable, and secure. In the end, trusting in your abilities isn't just about knowing what you're capable of today. It's about building a foundation of belief in your capacity to grow, adapt, and overcome. This mindset creates a ripple effect in every area of your life. It strengthens your work, your relationships, and, most importantly, your own self-respect. When you trust in your abilities, you give yourself the freedom to pursue what truly matters without the fear of judgment, and that self-assured energy will naturally draw people toward you. Step 5. Be decisive in your choices. A critical aspect of earning respect and living confidently is learning to be decisive. People are naturally drawn to those who can make clear, confident choices because it shows strength, purpose, and leadership. In contrast, constant indecision signals uncertainty and can erode trust. Imagine you're on a date and you're asked where you'd like to go. Instead of shrugging or saying, whatever you want, try confidently suggesting an option. Decisiveness isn't about controlling others or forcing your preferences. It's about showing that you have direction and are capable of leading when needed. Practical tip: start with small decisions. Choose the restaurant, plan an outing, or take the lead on a project. Get comfortable making choices and sticking by them. Even if you make a mistake, people will respect your willingness to act and take responsibility. By embracing decisiveness, you're training yourself to be someone others can rely on. This strength and clarity will naturally attract respect and admiration. People don't want to follow someone who hesitates. They're drawn to those who know what they want and move forward confidently. Step 6. Engage in deep conversations. Small talk can only take you so far. To create meaningful connections and build respect, practice engaging in deeper, more thoughtful conversations. People, including potential partners, are drawn to those who can share their values, dreams, and even fears. This creates a bond that goes beyond surface attraction. Practical tip: the next time you're in conversation, ask about their passions, challenges, or long-term goals. Listen intently and share your own experiences without trying to impress. The goal is to create a space for mutual understanding where both of you feel seen and heard. Deep conversations signal that you value genuine connection and aren't just looking for shallow validation. By being present and attentive, you'll find that others appreciate your sincerity, making this a powerful way to build respect and attraction naturally. Step 7. Communicate clearly and confidently. Clear, confident communication is essential in building respect and strong connections. When you express yourself directly, it shows that you're confident, emotionally mature, and unafraid of honest dialogue. People respect those who communicate openly and avoid passive or unclear messages. Practical tip: practice saying what you mean, even in small interactions. Whether it's a simple opinion or a more serious topic, make an effort to be clear and direct without aggression. When you show that you can handle both light and tough conversations confidently, others feel safe and respected around you. Clear communication not only strengthens relationships, but also demonstrates self-respect. People are naturally drawn to those who are straightforward yet considerate, making this a foundational quality for earning trust and admiration. Step 8. Maintain a sense of mystery. Leaving some things unsaid can be surprisingly powerful. When you don't reveal everything about yourself immediately, it creates a sense of intrigue and invites others to learn more about you over time. People are naturally curious and drawn to those who don't lay all their cards on the table at once. Practical tip: resist the urge to overshare early on. Instead, share parts of your life in stages, leaving room for curiosity. For example, if they ask about your future plans, give a hint of your ambitions, but save some details for future conversations. Maintaining a sense of mystery invites people to invest more time and attention in getting to know you. This thoughtful pacing builds intrigue and can make your interactions more engaging, setting the foundation for a deeper, more lasting connection. Step 9. Embrace patience. In a world that often demands instant results, patience is a rare but powerful quality. Rushing into things, whether it's relationships, decisions, or goals, can often backfire, creating unnecessary pressure and tension. Embracing patience allows things to unfold naturally, showing confidence and self-control. Practical tip: next time you feel the urge to speed things up, whether it's in a relationship or achieving a goal, take a step back and remind yourself to let things unfold at their own pace. Trust that if something is meant to be, it will happen in its own time. By practicing patience, you create an aura of calm and confidence that others naturally respect and appreciate. People feel at ease around those who don't rush or push, and they're more likely to be drawn to someone who allows things to grow steadily. Patience is not only a key to inner peace, but also a quiet strength that builds true, lasting connections. So, there you have it, the path to becoming a confident, respected man rooted in timeless Stoic principles. Each of these steps, mastering your emotions, holding true to your values, avoiding the need for validation, trusting in yourself, making decisions confidently, building connection, communicating openly, maintaining a bit of mystery. and embracing patience works together to create a solid foundation of self-respect and strength. Remember, the goal here isn't to manipulate anyone or to play games. Instead, it's about becoming the best version of yourself, a man whose self-worth doesn't depend on others' opinions, but comes from within. Stoicism teaches us that the highest form of attraction, respect, and even love begins with self-mastery and living according to our values. The more you embody these principles, the more naturally others will be drawn to you, not because you're trying to impress them, but because you're genuinely living a life of purpose, integrity, and calm confidence. Final thought, building this foundation takes time and patience. It's not always easy, but every small step you take toward these principles strengthens not only your relationships, but your entire outlook on life. As you continue on this journey, remember that true confidence and respect come not from how others see you, but from how you see yourself. This quiet strength, grounded in Stoic values, is what will make you a person that others genuinely admire and want to be around. Thank you for joining me on this journey of self-discovery and growth. If you found these insights valuable, please consider sharing this message and helping others on their path to personal development. Remember, each day is an opportunity to live more intentionally and grow closer to the person you truly want to be. If you'd like to continue exploring ideas like these, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. By doing so, you'll stay connected and receive more content that inspires, empowers, and guides you in your journey. Until next time, stay grounded, stay true, and remember that real strength is within your control.